Boys, we have a problem. See, I picked up this MacBook to do my part-time YouTuber, make $50 on measly amounts of 2,000 reviews, maybe just pumping out some gaming content. And yeah, chump change, I know, but usually when I do these reviews, I'm honestly considering should I keep this machine long term or, just return it, see how the specs did, maybe grow a YouTube channel because I do that stuff on the side. But when the new MacBook 2s were announced, well, I went to dinner with my fiance, and she went with a bunch of her friends, and this problem came up where they were like, well, I'll get into later, where basically the MacBook Airs are so popular with everyone that I usually never hear about technology. I'm a technology enthusiast myself, but on this particular occasion, the day before the MacBooks were released, this was on 7/14, so they came out 7/15. All of them, they're like it was my friend's wife and one of her doctor friends. They were just talking about, oh, I want to get the M2 MacBook Air, and they're talking about colors. So I personally thought that the midnight color blue was awesome, but now in the crux of the problem is that they were mentioning, oh, the Starlight looks cool. I showed them some videos. I was like, well, I'm planning to pick it up to do reviews. Maybe I'll get the Starlight version. So that's what you're seeing right here. I know the lighting is weird. You may have seen other people's videos on this, or you've gone to the Apple Store yourself and seen them. But the problem is, now that I'm 1 week into this review, I've been testing it doing Teams, WebEx. My girlfriend, she's just like, hey, I want to try it out too. It looks cool. I like the design. And today she was working on it. The cat is sneezing in the background. She was working on it. I set up her own user, stuff like that. And now it's like, wait a minute, she wants to use it. She might want to keep it. So my usual plan of just doing a part-time YouTuber is slowly dwindling away. So I need help. I need help. YouTubers, commenters, what the decision should be for what to do with this machine. So I could either keep this machine or I could spec out another version, still Starlight, and keep it out. So what I wanted to do in this video is really help, not just from an idea of, hey, what should I get my girlfriend? She's talking about the MacBook Air. What do I get? These are our uses. But even if you're going to use it yourself, so I'm going to go through the Apple website and just spec out for myself what should you get, or not for myself really, for someone you're giving this as a gift, but I'm going into the shoes of not being a tech enthusiast and justifying, is this worth the cost if you're buying this for a gift, or what your use cases are. That's what I wanted to cover in this video. And for all of that long intro, just to say, what should you buy? So let's get into it. The MacBook Air just released. There's a lot of people saying get the M1 Pro, get the M1 MacBook Air. So for this particular function, this is just to what you would get from the MacBook 2 or the M2 MacBook Air. And I will say that the design of it, you've seen the previous M1s, this thing being square. Some people prefer the wedge, can't even pronounce. This one is like a more traditional, like the new MacBooks. Has a, in my opinion, more sleeker design, slightly bigger. Now, the options you could usually pick up here, like this one says you could pick up within 2 hours. So there's an availability here to still pick these up, depending on where you're at. I'm in Atlanta. But of course, we're going with the Starlight version. I personally think the midnight version looks cool, but I've seen some people talk about in the midnight blue that there's some paint chip issues, so that's something to consider. This one is not. Oh, it is still available. Okay, so basically it comes down to what you could pick up in store. This particular model that I'll choose here was it's the hidden max configuration, which is 16 gigabytes. Bump that up. Then this gets bumped up to 1 terabyte. It's actually going for about basically $2,000. So trying to justify the use case of you for the giving it to my girlfriend. Still, I want to be a good boyfriend, good fiance, whatever the male version of that is. So gifting this machine to her, birthday's coming up. We're getting married. Also give me a wedding gift. There's a lot of opportunity there to just do the right thing, But really justifying this from like a use case day-to-day person thing. So like we have two, she signed into her account, I'm signed into mine. I use all these accounts down here, and also I'm testing video games. So this could be like an all-in-one machine. If you want to travel light, we're technically road tripping. We've been road tripping, but then we're also planning to go to Europe. This could be a nice light backpack machine. Runs off USB-C, so you could use Anker's USB-C portable banks, stuff of that nature. No SD card slot. We don't really do photo editing, stuff of that nature. I try to make YouTube videos, but I have the USB-C dongles, which always work. So justifying this price, if that sounds like you just working, don't even make content, I would not recommend this machine. Now, because I make YouTube videos, I'll probably get like $20 from this video. It'll just be a sunk cost. Now there's lots of talks about the slow SSD speeds, but honestly, if I was giving this as a gift to someone and they don't really know too much about technology, or they don't really do much things, video editing, stuff like that, yeah, you could say doing the M1, but sometimes getting the latest and greatest is nice as a gift. I would honestly be looking around here, and if you could, just to future proof it, even though most people don't care, I would get this was the price I would pay. The 256 SSD issues that are slow don't affect there's been lots of YouTuber reviews who've watched this, but there's some YouTube videos I saw recently that just showcase that of the options that are both $200, getting more memory helps with performance compared to 256. And this could also be especially useful if you're getting this as a gift and they need to install Windows. You use the parallels, and you could get Windows 10 or Windows 11. So I'm launching it up right now. That has pretty good emulation with like Office Suite. If you need Power BI or stuff of that nature, you need to do pivot tables, because Mac OS Excel does not do pivot tables. That could be something for you to consider. So not that anything's wrong with 8 gigabytes. If they're truly just for me, like if I was getting this for someone where I'm doing both, might use it myself as personal use, and might if it was going to be a shared laptop, this is another justification to go to 16 gigabytes. Maybe even bump up to 512. I do not believe anyone's going to notice the difference paying $100 for 10 core, but if this is a shared laptop, 16 gigabytes helps if you're switching between things, or if you need to run parallels at the same time, depending on your use cases for work or personal use. This doesn't even include like photo editing. You could do all of that, video editing. Obviously, I have Resolve and all that stuff. But the 512 could help depending on if people use cloud storage or not. Otherwise, if this is just a gift and just giving it, depending on how much you love the person, you justify paying $200 or more. Most people, I believe, should be fine with literally the base model. And I know people are saying, oh, go switch over to the M1. Some people just like the looks and the colors of Starlight. In my opinion, I think it looks sleek, and I like the notch / the boxing of it. I like how it's so, like, it just, in my opinion, is a better aesthetically looking device than the M1. So, figure it out with your partner, or just run it by them. But basically, in relation to also this video, I live by a micro center, and now comments below, what should I do? Keep this device or pick up a similarly spec'd model, which I could get the Starlight right here. I could reserve it right now, but it still only has 8 gigabytes of RAM. And if I'm sharing this device, I think I need the 16 gigabyte, especially based on that video that shows 16 gigabyte does more. Honestly, the best spec thing would be 16 gigabyte 256 or 16 gigabyte 512. So I could order that. It might not come in time for Europe though. So I'm in a bind. I need your help. Comment below. What would you get your girlfriend or your fiance, and what should I do in this situation? Keep the device, which was supposed to be a tech review unit. Because personally, I'm thinking like, oh, if it's a tech review unit that was then, originally going to return, but now I might use this myself. It's like, shoot, I should have got the M1 Pro 14-inch because, it's a little bit bigger, but, I might use it. We might share a laptop. I play video games. Or keep the device, keep running my gaming laptop, light browsing on the MacBook, or could even get like keep the gaming laptop here and get it. I'm eyeing the Flow X16. So lots of options to do. What should I do for my fiance, and what should I do for my own personal device? I'm asking for your help, YouTube. And if you have found this video helpful, that's my ideas for gift ideas. Even if you're a girl watching this going for a boyfriend, base model should be fine. 256 overrated. Now, if someone's doing video editing or is a photo editor, I don't even know that they would accept a gift. Like, most people are particular with what they work on. So really, this is a device for people who are just working, browsing, and they want good battery life. Like, literally, we're getting some crazy stuff like time remaining 2 hours while I'm recording and screen recording, and I open up Parallels. When we were just doing Microsoft Teams and browsing and doing Office stuff, I'm at 45% charge. It was literally at like 10 hours. So I'd expect this to last at least 2 days. This could help in Europe. We're planning to do El Camino hike where we're just hiking between cities. We could literally hike for 2 days and then charge it. Plus, it works with a power bank. So this has been a long ramble. Hopefully some of the B-roll footage and text has helped you track along with my current predicament. Comment below, like, subscribe. If I do end up getting the X Flow 16 and you want to see more gaming laptop reviews, subscribe to this channel. Otherwise, thanks for the help, YouTube, and I'll see you guys hopefully in the next one. Peace.